Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're back with another Talk-ish Treat thumbnail. We're gonna see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And any incoming messages you should just be on standby for. You're welcome to choose piles if you have a message you're actively waiting for, just to see if it pops out. Have fun with it. It's up to you. So let's just go ahead and hold the thumbnail up again so you can choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the holiday Christmas bowl of gingerbread cookies. Pile number 2 is the Lotus Biscoff brownie. Pile number 3 is the cinnamon roll. And then pile number 4 is the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. All right, I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my bowl of gingerbread cookies. Let's see who wants to talk to you, when they will reach out, if they will reach out, and any incoming messages just overall, right? So when will they reach out was definitely just a random slip of the tongue, which means that it's going to be relevant to your messages. It's okay if you've been waiting for something. I definitely stepped into that energy when I went to start your pile. I sat here kind of just taking my time in preparation and just in really quiet, possibly even like a little bit of a meditation just before feeling like it was time to start your reading. So if it feels like you've had some delays, if it feels like you've just been put on pause at a standstill, that's okay. There's nothing wrong. That's part of the process. It's part of the messages coming in. They have to happen at the right time, at the right moment, in the right space, right? So let me see. Tell me what's going on with these gingerbread cookies. What is the overview? Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Okay, so we're talking about a change, a transition. You're waiting on messages that are really going to change things for you. I can see where you have a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear around whatever answers you're anticipating. That's okay. That's completely normal. I don't normally get that in these piles, so it's very heavy, and I hope that it's resonating for you because it looks like we're going to go ahead and get you some clarity, okay? You're going to get whatever resolution you're looking for, right? I'm trying to be vague with my words because there's a lot that can be interpreted as, right? When we talk about partnerships, when we talk about business deals, contracts, when we talk about marriage, proposals, exclusive commitments, all of that falls into that category. So the anxiety, the fear associated with that, you can feel comfortable to release, right? Or just expect the messages to come in that will help you release the fear as you get that transition to a new romantic cycle, to a new contract, to a new situation that you're seeking, okay? So let me go ahead and get the tarot deck. Yeah, I just got the wish fulfillment card when I split the deck and the 9 of cups. You're going to be feeling really good. You're going to be feeling really good pretty soon. And the 8 of Pentacles does talk about efficiency and doing things the right way and things working out exactly as it should, okay? So let me go ahead and get more details. Tell me more about this bowl of gingerbread cookies, please. Who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? It's not family. Okay. Not family. So if you're waiting for messages from family, there's a delay there. If you wanted me to confirm that I'm not talking about reconnecting or connecting with family, there you go. It's not going to be personal. These are not personal messages where that's not what you're looking for, okay? I do want to clarify that the specific instance where these messages are personal in nature, it's basically where you're concerned about a connection that you know is not going to work out. If you're in that specific situation, I see where you are going to be able to leave that connection and go out and find what you're seeking. For most of you, you're going to have this harvest, right? It's not going to be the ending of a connection so you can go out and find your true love. you're going to get some type of financial material foundation, I'll call it, that's going to be able to support you regarding whatever it is that you're anxious and fearful of. All right, so let me go ahead and get another card. What other messages are incoming? For my pile number 1. I'll take it. Yeah, it's only 4. Really good messages. Balancing things out. Where things have been shifting and uncertain and really needing to stabilizing ground, you're going to get news that's just really, really optimistic. I see where some of you may have multiple offers come in regarding 2 specifically that might actually compete and counter offer, where we talk about partnerships, business deals, things like that. Could even be social, like social organizations, like where we have competing groups, competing missions, where you could very easily go either way, right? You're going to come out on top though, because these, regardless of what's going on between these 2 parties, you have the upper hand. And I see where the messages coming in are just really going to lead to some great stuff for you. Like I mentioned, you had the Harvest card of the 7 of Pentacles, right? The Son of Swords is, you're going to see it clearly, okay? So the messages are going to be very clear, very distinct, not confusing. So if that's been a concern, you're fine. You're not going to be confused by any of the messages, any of the contracts, because again, the dominant thing here that ties all of the varying areas together is that it's legal, formal, on paper, right? Nothing's going to be confusing for you if that's a question. Okay, so let me go ahead. Yeah, Knight of Swords, you're going to really easily, very quickly understand whether I'm talking about the messages themselves or whatever situation the messages put you in. Okay, so I've got the opposition of imbalance, and I've got Taurus, trust and patience. You know what? Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. So where you've been struggling with your money versus other people's money, being fairly compensated, being in debt, inheritances, what's owed to you, what you owe, where you've been struggling in that regard financially or just materially overall, that's going to be a resolution coming in. Okay, where it's been really rough with the Capricorn card here. I see the appropriate steps and measures being taken to make sure you have what you need to balance out this axis. You like to see opposition when you have both axes here, because astrologically speaking, you need both to be in harmony, right? Taurus doesn't exist without Scorpio and vice versa, because like I mentioned, this is where we talk about the material world. This is where we talk about the other side ruling the dead. This is where we talk about your assets and money. This is where we talk about other people's assets and money, hence the inheritances and things like that. So they work in harmony. So you're going to finally have messages that put you in balance regarding that, especially if it's been a slow journey to learning that, or if you didn't have the foundation in earlier, like childhood and earlier development to kind of know, right? Because Capricorn rules like longevity, and the 10 of Cups is your family. So like if your family kind of struggled with money and you never learned how to handle money or assets and things like that, you're going to really learn how to do that. You're going to have the knowledge and skills to do that. So this is a broad pile of messages, but it feels like a really anxious pile, so I'm glad we're gonna knock that out. Let me see what the Melon Pop deck has to say, and I will pull the tea leaves. You're gonna get messages on social media. It doesn't have to be social, like I mentioned. Could be any professional form of social media. Let me see. Could be someone reaching out to you via your social media based on work they've seen, especially those of you that are like freelancers and independent contractors. Like I could see a lot of you that do that type of thing here. You'll get that. So these messages are career, reputation, partnership, money based. It's not for fun. It's not for family. It's That's what's on the table, okay? Not saying you won't enjoy it, because Leo is the card of Leo energy rules the 5th house of happiness, joy, and pleasure. So it's gonna feel good, especially after a lot of hardship and juggling and working really hard, possibly for no reason. Everything's gonna balance out. So tell me more about my pile number 1, please. Who wants to talk to them? Will they reach out? Secret admirer. Okay, so at least one of these people or parties have been watching you for quite some time. You're going to be very surprised. They've seen some of your work already. Even if like it's a partnership where they reach out to you, you might be surprised, like, hey, they've been watching me for a while. Like, this is going to be a really big partnership for me as an independent contractor, as a creative, whatever it is. So I wouldn't take it personally, especially when we talk about really unique, possibly niche opportunities and hobbies and groups and structures. Know that when regarding those things, emphasis on those areas, they think you have a lot to bring, and you're going to get messages, but there will be delays. Like, it may be a little bit, right? Like, either you might get it soon after this message, or it may take a little while. I do not have a timeline because so many delays, so many setbacks. I'm not even going to pull the tea leaves. I'm just going to get your advice and close you out. Just know the message is coming. Right? Boom. Know that you are successful at whatever it is you're waiting for. Anticipate success, okay? Don't hide your success, right? Share whatever they ask you to share and be very open and lead with a successful mindset. Just don't be nervous. Don't be fearful. And definitely don't put that negative energy out there if you're experiencing delays, if you haven't heard anything, because this is a group that needs to be told to lead with a successful mindset, take off your mask, and share your personality, okay? So I'm going to close you out. Thank you so much for watching. All right, pile 2, my Biscoff Brownie. Let's take a look at who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? Any incoming messages you should be on standby for. So let me, ooh, look at that. Healing, you'll get messages about healing for sure, okay? Especially where you're anticipating that, whether we're just talking about like actual physical healing, healing of the mind, the emotions, healing as in a remedy, a solution to some type of situation, and it's gonna be a blue moon rare situation, okay? It's not gonna bring fear. So the messages you have coming in, they're gonna alleviate fear, but they're not gonna like put you in a state of anxiety. Like, you know how you're worried and anticipating things? You don't have that, okay? Everything feels really good, borderline miraculous, just falling into place without much effort for you. So whatever messages that are pending, that's the energy in line with them. So yeah, exactly. Divinely orchestrated, right? So a full moon is a fruition of something. So, and I said that 1 minute, 11 seconds. I don't normally really pay attention to the timestamp. Beyond the fact that I realize I'm up a little higher than I normally am. Ooh, so in me sitting up higher than I normally am, like, it really is divinely orchestrated. It's like you may find yourself uplifted much higher than you thought you would ascend or elevate soon. So like, even if you're anticipating certain messages, when they come in, they're gonna be better than you expected. So yeah, something's gonna restore your confidence with that full moon in Virgo, right? You're good enough. So the messages, the tone and the cadence of them feel like acts of service, support, empathy, someone wanting to support you, help you, you being able to just surrender whatever either issue or situation, circumstance, and being validated and supported in some way. Okay, now Virgo is 6th house of health and wellness. We did have the healing. So where you need that type of message, where you may not even realize you need those types of messages, they're still coming in. Where you'll need to prioritize your health, where you'll be able to prioritize your health. Okay. All right. Yeah. And it's nothing to be worried about. That's why that tone was like that. Like, it's not anything bad. It's all things for the better. Okay. All right. Everything about this pile is so calm, so easygoing. Like, I just had the Justice. Yeah, Justice is at the bottom. I split it. I got the Supreme, which is literally divine energy. Okay. So So, okay, my little Biscoff brownie, tell me more about who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? Let's see. Oh, so I was just gonna say I had the Queen of Swords, and I was gonna say it's a very serious, possibly professional, might not necessarily not friendly or not happy, but like, you know how some people just have like a dry personality or very serious nature, or they just look like that up front, and then you get to know them and they're really fun. That might be one of the people that you get a message from. Very cold, very serious, feminine. And then we've got that feminine empress, that divine feminine empress. So some of you specifically will get a message from someone you align with divine feminine energy, just overall. Others of you, you're going to get messages that make you feel like you're in alignment with your divine feminine energy. Those of you where the health thing is fertility or pregnancy related, you're in your right place, right space. Okay, we've got positive news, calming, reassuring news. That's more the tone. So tell me more. See, everything about this pile is so serene, so easygoing, right? Tell me more. I almost feel like sleepy in this pile. All right, tell me more about this Biscoff brownie, please. Who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? Options, opportunities. Yeah, okay. Where you've had a lot of options, a lot of choices, a lot of scenarios that could come to fruition. One definitive one is coming in soon, where you are in a situation where you could have multiple options or opportunities in any area of life. Go ahead and expect those to come through. Okay, there's something specific you're going to be able to choose regarding. It's going to be your decision. You're not going to just have to take whatever you're given. Like, you will have options. You will be able to choose. And it's going to make you feel like the Empress. You're going to feel very creative, very fruitful. Okay. Especially when it comes to creative endeavors, right? When we talk about offers regarding that, opportunities regarding that, like, you're in such an Empress state, or you will realize soon you're good enough and you're in an Empress, divine feminine state, that you have more available to you than you actually realize. Okay? Expect a fresh start, since I have the Fool at the bottom. Okay? Tell me more. Who wants to talk to my phone number 2? Will they reach out? There we go. One more in the bottom. Yeah, 10 of Wands is really overstimulated energy. Like, I mean, some of you are not used to attention. You got messages coming in that, like, you got attention coming in. Okay? It may be a long time coming. It may be attention you never thought you'd get, especially when we talk about creative endeavors, especially if you are expecting, right? But, like, you're going to be overwhelmed in a best way. Because you're going to have so much. It's like being at the ice cream parlor. It's like being at the snowball stand. Ooh, all these flavors. I don't know which one. That's you, okay? So, let me keep pulling these cards and see what's going on. I mean, you just got a lot of options. Good for you. All right. Tell me more about this Biscoff brownie. Unique opportunities. Some of these messages are going to shock you. It's going to catch you off guard. Maybe you've been waiting for some time and you just kind of moved on to other options. Could be any relationship, any situation. And then you get the shock of, like, someone reaches out in whatever way, whether professional, academic, romantic. And you're like, oh, okay, what's that all about? Especially when we talk about themes stemming from the duration of the Uranus and Taurus transit. I think it's back in Taurus now for a little bit. I can't remember if it's back in Gemini, but Uranus and Taurus may be some of the people, like people you met from there, situations you're revisiting from then. right? With that fixed sign energy. Could just be a person with fixed placements, as Taurus is here twice. Leo is here, Scorpio is here, and Aquarius is also here. Some of you may, you may have you may hear that someone's expecting. You may hear from someone that's having trouble expecting, okay? Like conceiving, I guess that's the better way to describe it, with that overwhelmed energy. We got a secret admirer on the table. And we got the voodoo card. You would be very shocked that at least one of your admirers, like you have a secret admirer straight up. So if you're more interested in that topic, I have a playlist, technically 2 of this series. You could explore that more, but you would be very caught off guard by one of your admirers because their energy is just a little bit different, or it's just someone you wouldn't have thought would be interested in you. Honestly, with You Are Good Enough, some of you would be shocked in a good way, like your self-esteem might be a little low. So like you have an admirer that you would be like, oh, this person's interested in me. I didn't think I was this person's type or whatever, okay? All right. Let me pull from these tea leaves. I didn't pull them in pile 1 because pile 1 was something different, and they happened on a whole different day, y'all. So it just is what it is for that group. Let me see what's going on, though. Lotus, Biscoff, Brownie. Tell me more about who wants to talk. Ah! I need to stop with this deck knowing I have like an open flame right there. But I haven't learned my lesson yet, apparently. We got married. So someone's seeing marriage with you, okay? Like someone sees the idea of a family with you. The secret admirer is serious, right? We got an empress with child, marriage, and family matters, okay? Some of you, this is a maternal figure admiring you. Like, could be one of yours. Could be someone like admiring you. Like, it could be a relative of someone you've dated or something like that. Because I see that too. Like, those are some good examples. So tell me more about this Lotus, Biscoff, Brownie. Can we get like, yeah, I'll take that. Let's at the bottom. Hey, opportunities are waiting for you. So I mentioned all of those options. Straight up, you do have an opportunity. I think you're going to accept at least one because you have so many, right? Like so many in the 10 of Wands, so many in the 7 of Cups. Possibly in an area of life you've been really waiting for to heat up a little bit. Something about the month of April, real time. By April, you'll have gotten these messages. Honestly, by April, it's looking like you'll have an admirer reach out, connect with you in a way that is so serious that you already can look ahead to your future with the family and things like that. Okay, because we've got the sphere of heartache over what you no longer have. That is also a thing. Okay. That's like a random, oh no, it's not. You had all of that healing energy, right? So you'll have you've got messages coming in that will heal any heartbreak, any feelings of lack or loss, right? Any regrets regarding situations where things just didn't go your way. All of that's going to be healed up by April. Okay, for those of you watching real time, you've definitely got news on the way with this flying bird. My nose is itching. Definitely messages and news on the way. All right, I got the cup. You should accept valid criticism. You're going to have changes in your life. And good news. So we got news and good news. Now, I don't know what this valid criticism is, but it will lead to changes for the better. We have situations in the balance that require careful handling. So just keep in mind there's a very delicate situation that you're either in now or that you're stepping into. And valid criticism is not personal, right? It's for growth, development, and improvement. So whatever area of life I'm talking about, the criticism is more advice. It's there to help you be successful, to change in ways that's going to elevate you. Okay, to open up these opportunities that I see on the table in various decks. So Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty. I mean, it's still a calm, easygoing pile. That's just the nature of it. So, I mean, be at ease if you are anxious. Because I'm not even gonna lie, this pile is, the energy of it is so calm and underwhelming that I'm just like, I'm low-key getting sleepy just being in it. That's not normal that I get sleepy in a pile. It's nothing. I don't feel drained. I'm just like, I can rest now. That's the energy. So expect to feel that way if you don't now. So tell me, what advice do I have? I'm holding this upside down. I am. Okay. I'm gonna take it like that. Oh, this is a pile of you can rest, okay? Be receptive, right? Not strong. I don't know what I'm talking about specifically, but there's an area of life where don't let go. Letting go is not what you need to do. But you also don't have to be super defensive and super resilient. The goal is to be receptive so that the opportunities can present themselves to you, right? The unique circumstances, the unique opportunities that you wouldn't have even considered can present themselves and become options, right? Because sometimes we're so fixed on what it is we want. We're in defense. We're super resilient and chase what we think we want, that we're not open enough to what we don't even know that we want. We've never experienced enough to know we want. Hence, this Voodoo Uranus card is like, this is unique. This is different. You wouldn't have found this on your own without divine intervention. So roll with it, okay? All right, I'm going to close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile 3, my cinnamon roll. We're going to see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out, and any incoming messages? Now, your pile, super loud. Yeah, this is falling over already, but I need you guys to see how loud your pile already is. First of all, the main, most critical messages that you're getting are going to be the result of something to do with you and actions you've taken, research you've done, something you've already put in for in some way, because we have the vine of seek out information that will help you. Now, it was very aggressive as I was cleansing that deck, right? The tea leaves deck. I'm realizing there's a heavy symbolism of I'm already going to redirect you to the next reading that I'm going to film. So the next one you're going to have is the herbal tea honey reading. And so you got a reading. You have piles in there. Okay. I actually just made the thumbnail a little while ago. So yeah, one of those is going to be yours already. I can tell. And there's other videos in the series that if they call you more, go there. They're all connected. So seek out information that will help you. The answers you need are coming. Okay. And now we have a meeting with a stranger could be important. Now I kept getting the energy of a silver fox with the parrot, as well as the tea gossip card. I wonder if it's still here. Yeah, the tea, the gossip storytelling card. So it could be a silver fox that likes to tell a lot of stories, that, you know, that's the way that they kind of communicate, is through storytelling, or they may just be very long-winded, like a lot of silver foxes tend to be. But you got messages coming in regarding someone that fits that archetype that maybe you met or that you're going to meet soon, okay? And seek out information that will help you. The answers you need are coming. Seems to all be tied in. Now, a lot of gossip, a lot of chatter. It does not feel bad in any way. It's not negative. There's nothing wrong. If anything, it feels optimistic and filled with excitement. Okay, so keep in mind that you may need to go to that reading. Let me go ahead and start moving these decks so we can go ahead and get more clarity on, you know, this is the first pile today that got like a distinct personality. There's definitely a silver fox that's talking about you, that's communicating about you, that's telling other people or another person about you. It's very, like I said, that tea card is literally spilling the tea, like this reading, but it doesn't feel malicious. It doesn't feel super gossipy. It just feels like interest, right? Being intrigued. There's so much. Oh my gosh, you got at least 2 to 3 messages, because every time I go to grab one, I get 2 to 3 cards. So what's the gist of all of this? There we go. We got one. Show the world the real you. Ooh, that's why it's so loud. The full moon in Aquarius happens during Leo season, right? That's right in the dead of summer. Like literally middle of summer. And so show the world the real you is like someone telling everyone all about you, or someone encouraging you to put yourself out there, or, you know, this is a high visibility pile. You know what? That's why you're going to that next reading, because it's literally the herbal tea honey or herbal latte honey. There's variations of it. It's what people say, gossip about, and find attractive about you. So you're going to that, and your pile is already reading like that. Isn't that spooky? I know, exactly. I don't control the card. The biggest thing you need to know if you're selecting this pile, you got a lot of attention coming your way. Like it's not just that one person, right? Honestly, that one person might instigate it, initiate it, but it's a lot of people talking about you. Like this is a group collective energy, okay? So at the bottom, I've got it's time to release negativity, which is the full moon in Scorpio. There's a fixed sign energy here, which lets me know, right? Technically, I have all 4 seasons. Yep, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Permanent. At least a year-long benefit to the messages coming in. Right? Fixed signs are very, very stable. Like the messages coming in are going to help stabilize you for a minimum of a year, possibly more. Okay. You're going to be able to go through all 4 seasons with the stability that this message is creating. And I forgot to mention, I'm holding the deck upside down so you can't tell. I had the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, which was like a new opportunity, like something new starting in a material plane. And I have the Wheel of Fortune, which rules the fixed signs, right? That's why you got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. A lot of visibility, the right amount of visibility that's going to lead to fortune. I read this exact message before. I just don't know where. Like I read this exact same energy not that long ago, within the last month. So if you're coming from the other pile where this came through, congratulations. This is exactly your message, okay? Because they do repeat sometimes when you need to hear it multiple times in multiple places for it to stick. So give me more. My cinnamon roll, who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? Success, victory, a parade. Like this is visibility and parade. Some of you are going to get, some of you are actually going to get messages during like Mardi Gras. Whether that's your holiday or not, it's my holiday, right? Remember, as I channel, it is going to come through in a language that is clear for me. So like if they want that period of a year to be known, then like I know Mardi Gras. So whenever Mardi Gras season is, go ahead, Google it. I don't know for sure the dates, the exact dates, but you got messages coming in around that time, very specifically. But outside of that, celebrating victory, success, praise, stability. I mentioned you'd be able to go through all 4 seasons with the 4 of Pentacles, of this being at a benefit at a minimum of all 4 seasons within a year. All right. Taking your breath away. That's the type of message you're going to take your breath away. Tell me more. Okay, we got a God of Swords here. And he's got this random card that's sticking to him. So for whatever reason, I want my next card before I see what he wants. Okay. At the bottom. Oh, okay, what's this 10 of Swords? What's all of this distraught energy? Who is that? So who does God of Swords and why is he like that? Okay, we got a God of Swords and a Son of Pentacles. Someone that thinks a lot but might be a little bit slow to move. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? The Knight of Pentacles moves when they're sure, when they're certain, when they're stable, okay? But sometimes when you ruminate and don't move, you're stuck, okay? And that can lead to that anguish of that 10 of Swords, okay? So, got the High Priestess of Confusion. The High Priestess can see the unseen, okay? Reveal what is hidden. So, there may be some sort of revelation Okay, we do have to, it's time to release negativity. There might be some sort of a revelation regarding anguish that leads to anguish. And it could be due to someone ruminating so much that they don't move. Okay. So, and if that energy aligns with you, then you're going to get the clarity on why you need to stop that. Okay. So tell me what's going on with all of this. Just hit my table, my cinnamon roll pile. Secrets are going to be revealed, that's for sure. I got trust, I got patience, I got sensuality. Something that's been taking a really long time to plan out, to build on, is going to come to fruition soon. Or you're going to see a critical result that lets you know that you've been doing good. Okay? Doesn't always have to be slow moving and bad. It just means if you've been really diligent, really disciplined in something you've been doing, building a stable foundation, you'll get the clarity, okay? Tell me more. More fixed sign energy. Fixed, stuck energy, okay? Stable. You want to be stuck in the best situations and circumstances. So if that's a clarification you need, there you go. That's your confirmation. You're going to find yourself very, very stable in really unique, innovative situations, right? There's at least one unique and innovative situation, circumstance you will find yourself in that will give you the ultimate stability. Okay, whether it's an actual situation or if it's an idea, a concept that surfaces from your subconscious mind that you ground and stabilize in, especially if it came from historically or is coming from some sort of traumatic event. Okay, it feels like alchemizing that energy into something innovative, right? You had a bad experience doing something, so you came up with the process of not experiencing that anymore. Maybe you share it with someone else, like whatever that is. Because I feel like some of you are stepping into that vibe. I've got the sun. Expressing yourself, that is the planet of visibility. It's not a planet, it's a luminary, right? All of the planets orbit the sun. So that's what I'm saying. That's how much attention you're going to be getting soon. And again, the attention is relative to your environment, right? Your places, spaces, and all of the things. So tell me more about the incoming messages for my pile number 3. Who wants to talk to them? Will they reach out? Everybody's going to be all up in your face, all up in your business. Okay. Let's clarify some of this energy here. What else do we need to know about the messages coming in from my pile number 3? One is a student. Someone's actively observing you, learning something from you. I've got Virgin. Okay. There's this really pure masculine on the table. It could be that silver fox, but it doesn't have to be, because now that I'm realizing for some of you, these two are two different people, right? Like I've got a mature masculine that's, I don't want to say it's like a more of a mentor to this Knight of Pentacles, but we got the two of them here, and we've got a student and the Virgin. And this is a really, really sweet, pure energy. It's almost childlike. Some of you, this is someone you would consider to be a child, or at least like a child to you. Where we talk about extreme age gaps, like 20 years. Very, very pure energy. And when we talk about this all being one person, we got someone that's grown, mature, but they're very in tune with their inner child. So they have this very youthful, very innocent vibe. That's one of the people that hit the table. You may have friend zoned this person. You may just be friends with this person. Okay. You may just not be attracted to this person in this way, or they're assuming this, but it's here, okay? Yeah, but where we've talking about the friend zone or someone not perceiving you as not being attracted to them or whatever, we have that sadness and the Ten of Swords. So someone may feel rejected by you. We'll see. Tell me more. What else do you have for me regarding the cinnamon roll? Okay, I've got the groupie. Yeah, someone's fixated on you. So I had a secret admirer pile, but this is the fixation pile. So the other pile was redirected to the secret admirer. You're redirected already to the herbal tea honey. And I'm also going to send you to the orb of obsession. Taste. Like, this is someone that is like really like fixated on your energy. Right? Literally in your dreams, like manifesting you. They see you as possibly like their ideal partner. Like they would feel so victorious to be with you romantically. But like the energy student groupie, like they're not interested in anyone but you. Okay? At all. Like they see you as the ultimate person to be with. But this is like more of an orb of obsession pile than just the normal secret admirer because of the fixation element. So let me go ahead with these tea leaves really quick. Who else? Who else? Hit the table. You're going to expect a lot more attention as you start looking good. Like, y'all all look good. But, like, there's something about your energy. Your aura is going to heighten. I don't know if you're going to have some type of offer where you're, like, able to just pick up on yourself a little bit more. Do nicer things for yourself. Whatever it is. You're going to have people literally running behind you with groupie and taste. And especially those of you that are single, because the whole thing about it is it's kind of like you're a hot commodity and the availability of it. So if you're single, you're going to have a lot of romantic suitors. If you are open to like professional partnership based opportunities, people going to be like, ooh, nobody snatched up pile 3 yet. Like, you know, I was thinking that someone would already have partnered with them on this or recruited them for that. And that's wide open. I'm going in, right? So like all of the people connecting with you regarding those types of things, just keep in mind, there's something about secrets, okay? I don't want to keep it, bring it down the negative lane, but we do still have the 10 of swords and the skull is hidden secrets can harm you. And we have the eye of psychic ability, trust your intuition. So at least one of the people wanting to connect with you, you already know who this is. Okay, like psychic ability, trust your intuition, and hidden secrets can harm you. There's a high priestess vibe here. Okay. Oh, okay. You're highly thought of. So you're gonna realize somebody you thought really would. That's what it is. Some of you, I'm flipping it. Y'all know it's always a polarity. It's a lot of you here. Like some of you are on the receiving end of the energy. Some of you are projecting it out. You're going to find out someone's interested in you that you thought had friend zoned you. You're going to find out someone's interested in you that you didn't think was interested in you at all in that way. And you're going to be happy. The hidden secret is the assumption that this person's not interested in you. But the psychic ability says to trust your intuition that that's not the case. We've got the bow of you're highly thought of, right? And then we even have the peacock here that says beware of great pride, of like not letting your ego feed your negativity and things like that. So let me get a couple more before I move on to the other side. Yeah, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So something about leaning into your intuition. Your intuition is going to be validated very, very soon, okay? We have someone will try to make you do something against your will. Well, let's put that over there with the negativity. And I've got the sphere of heartache over what you no longer have. Now, this card's been coming out a lot, okay? When we talk about pain and all of those things, watch the sneaky. You might have a sneaky backstabby friend, okay? It's subtle. It's subtle enough that the person didn't necessarily come through prominently unless that energy is one of these other people's two faces. Because hidden secrets, trust your intuition, the high priestess can see hidden enemies. And the backstabby energy of the 10 of swords is kind of being doubled down on with that sphere, stabbing someone in the heart, right? Heartache over what you no longer have, kind of realizing you see someone clearly that they don't have the best intentions towards you. Because you're being called to use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And we did have all that gossipy energy. Now, it wasn't the dominant energy, but it's so sneaky and subtle that, yes, all of that heightened attention could be one area of life. And then that sneaky backstabby energy is the underlying energy of the same vibe, because everyone's not going to like you. So if you start getting praised and recognized and doing really well, it looks like you may have a competitive, jealous spirit. Okay? Especially with show the world the real you. That could be someone being revealed for who they really are, especially as they interact with you. And you might not, like, it's going to hurt your feelings because you thought this was your friend or whoever, how. But anyway, there's a really positive, like, energy of someone fixated on you in the best way. So let me see. Let me keep pulling these cards. That club of someone will try to make you do something against your will. That's probably going to be the backstabby energy of, like, you're going to realize your intuition is going to be off because somebody's going to try to get you to do something that doesn't quite make sense to you. Your energy is like, that don't make sense. How that's going to benefit me? Like, because, like, they may say something off the wall or try to get you to do something that just, it obviously benefits them but doesn't benefit you at all, or will put you in a bind or just negatively impact you in a way that they would most likely not do for you. So I don't know. Just watch it, because it feels like that's going to be the messages. Someone's going to show you the real you, as well as everybody around them the real them, because they'll try to make you do something against your will. It's not going to add up. Ooh, it might be this older man. Right? Dealings or relationship with an older man. Not the younger man. Ooh, look at that. Who are these people? So you do have the mature energy of the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. This deck is these decks are telling all y'all's business. It's a personal reading. Don't forget to tip me, because who is this older man? And it's saying not the younger man. So you're not going to hear from this younger man. You're going to hear from this older man, right? And it's going to be something important regarding a new job or a raise. Now, I need to see what's going on. We got a fair woman. Oh, okay, a lot of people involved. So who's this fair woman? Let's put it all back. Let's put it all back. Tell me more. Affairs with your family. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Keep your life in balance. Okay. Work, achievement, and success. You're not going to hear from that younger man. I don't know who that is or why. You're going to hear from the older man. Now, the older man looks like they're going to keep you in balance. I know we got all of this secret hidden enemy. Maybe the hidden enemy energy is revealed because of how fair the older man is. Right? Because let me just see real quick. Why is the younger man in reverse? That landed on your eye of intuition. And it's an arrow of you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yeah, don't listen to that younger man if they're trying to, because they might be sabotaging you because they're jealous. Like, if you're in competition with somebody, like, they're going to try to get you to do something against your will because it doesn't benefit them for you to be successful. So, like, you're on the right path, right? You don't lack as much development as you think. I've got the apple of temptation will test you. It's a test. This is a karmic test to see if you have discernment. So all of this that's going on right now is, do you have discernment, right? Can you tell when people are really looking out for you versus when they're trying to take advantage? Because this is going to be a huge karmic lesson for you as you try to figure that out. Let me see. What else do we have before I close them out? The apple's still here. We got a temporary situation and a vulture. Okay. So the negative situation you're experiencing or you feel like you're in, right, where you feel like you may not be able to trust people and it's just not working out, whatever, it's temporary because it is your vulture lesson. I have vultures on the channel if you want to follow up there. Like, there's specific bird readings that maybe will give you more clarity on your overall life. But all in all, you're in a karmic test of temptation. Okay? That actually might be a redirection because my candy apples are taste of temptation. And you know what? You got the test. So taste of temptation, go there. So taste of temptation, herbal tea, honey. What was the other one? Orbs of obsession, taste of temptation. Feels like you got a lot going on. Okay, I'm gonna make notes for channel members. I want to pull you a love card just because you got so many people on the table, and I want to know the difference between this older man, younger man, I guess. Security and laughter. Okay. So what about this woman? Okay, so love-wise, everything's cool. Like, when we're talking about older man, younger man, like, there's a whole stable, secure situation right here. We have the scales of balance. So I wouldn't be worried about the older man. I don't think you're going to hear from the younger man, if I'm being honest. And if you do, like, don't listen to him. I don't know why. But whoever that is, whoever that aligns with, maybe you associate them with arrows in some way. But I mean, we got laughter, we got stability, we got laughter, and we got getting to know each other. Okay? So let me just get your advice and close, y'all. It's a lot. We went down a rabbit hole. We got so much going on. The pile's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I didn't want to leave it in confusion. So what advice do we have for this cinnamon roll? Prioritize your financial security. And you got a lot of indicators of psychic energy, intuitive energy on the table, whether that's someone guiding you or you yourself having that discernment. What's going to benefit you financially? What's going to make sure that you are secure and stable? You got security 2 times. Financial security and security. That's what you need to prioritize. Okay, yeah, get to know someone. It's going to be fun, whoever, when we talk about romance. But there's this parallel between this older man, younger man, and it doesn't seem super chaotic. But you have to discern, because maybe it's because it's different for all of you selecting the pile. You got to discern that forbidden fruit, that apple that's like being sneaky and manipulative that would stab you in the back. That would misguide you, mislead you, and give you misinformation. As well as gossiping about you. Okay, because some of you is going to be this older man that puts you on like, hey, you know that's not your friend, right? Right? Okay, so prioritize your stability, your financial security, and keep growing your energy. I've got the crown here, okay? Temptation will make you lose your crown. Temptation will deny you your crown of success, okay? I got a crown of success key. Ooh, you got homework, a lot of homework. I'm going to map it out for members because this is one of those piles that I seldom get. So grow your energy, right? And prioritizing your financial security will assist you in growing your energy, okay, and overall stability, okay? So I'm going to close you out, move along to pile number 4. All right, pile 4, my Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. Let's see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And what incoming messages you should be anticipating. So let me get a good overview so we can see what's going on here for you. You're very close to achieving whatever goal. Just know that, okay? Like that's a thing, okay? You're almost there. Just some slight adjustments. Confidence is your key to success, though, so don't let your faith waver regarding whatever this is I'm talking about. Okay, we got a fiery climax approaches. It's going to hit you when you least expect it. Let me rephrase that. It's going to hit you in a way you least expect. Like a fiery climax is something that just kind of hits you. Okay, and it's loud. It's like, okay, things were dragging, they were dragging. And I'm not shocked by when it happens because I've been anticipating, I've been waiting. Like I put the microwave on, I'm just waiting for the clock to ding so that I can have whatever snack you put in there, all right? And that's the energy of your messages of like, okay, I'm confident, but I'm antsy. I'm confident, but I'm antsy. Win, and then boom, you get the message, okay? And it's loud and it's aggressive. All right. So tell me more. And the anticipation doesn't have to be good. I did see the Five of Pentacles. So some of you are like nervous and you're anticipating it and you're confident that something bad is going to happen. And I don't like the fearmonger, but like if you know everything's been going absolutely wrong, right, regarding whatever specific thing I'm talking about, and you lack confidence for a good reason, like that is your intuition, that is your discernment, because everything's not always going to go good, then yes, I'm telling you right now, that fiery climax absolutely approaches. It's almost near. All right, so just wanted to make that mention for my pile number 4, Little Debbie Snack. Got a fresh start. Yes, a fresh start is pending, whether it's in the best and most amazing way, or if it's genuinely just a blessing in disguise because it's time for something to do like that. I got the 3 of Wands. It's a fresh start you've been waiting for, actually, in some area of life, something new. I heard need a change of scenery for some of you. What is this? Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. I got the Queen of Wands. I kept seeing a lot of indicators for like sunflowers and stuff. So you may have a sunflower pile on the channel. But look at that. I got the Star. So fresh start is exactly what you need. It's going to give you that inspiration. It's going to give you more foresight. It's going to have you looking ahead in your journey. You know how when like things are just not right in your life and people ask you, where do you want to be in 3 years, 5 years? And you're like, I'm not right enough to look that far ahead. You'll be able to look 3-5 years of who you want to be, where you want to be, because you'll have that foundation, or you'll have the confidence to be comfortable enough to plan like that. I feel like a lot of you selecting this pile don't have the confidence with good reason to plan like that. Okay, the Star is everything you need in the places, spaces you're supposed to be. All right, let me see, tell me more about this Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. Who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? What are the messages? Quick, fixed. Yep, your career is going to be the most stable it's ever been. Okay, for those of you where that's a thing, you're stepping into the ultimate career stability. Boom, there you go. And it's interesting that the cards just leapt out like that, like the message were clear and distinct, because I had already said this, but here you are, here you go. Okay, very reliable, very dependable. You're gonna have people around in these collective spaces. It's repeated here and here, even here, where you're going to be very loyal to this situation because they will be loyal to you. You will be able to rely on them as they are able to rely on you with confidence. And Uranus is here. Different unique situations, circumstances, a breath of fresh air when it comes to your collective spaces, because you're not used to being in stable environments. You're not used to being stable in your career. Okay, so that's going to be new and interesting for you. It's going to be a breath of fresh air, especially when we talk about a change of location, a change of pace. So it's going to be a gift, even if it doesn't seem like it at first with that androgynous card. Who is the silver fox keeps jumping out? Those of you that pick multiple piles where that silver fox keeps jumping out, because I feel like it's been following us across readings. All right, let me see. While I'm pulling this, one thing did just hit me. Some of the messages are going to be very shocking messages regarding your reputation. Okay, or with the reputation of people you know from groups, organizations, and networking and things like that. Basically, all of the collective spaces associated with like the 11th house and Aquarius energy, you'll get messages about people's reputations like that, and it's gonna be like fixed. So when we talk about a fiery climax approaches, like any shift in reputation is gonna be like that for a while. So like if you hear somebody you know get like a really bad negative reputation, they're not gonna be able to shake that for a while. That's why it's interesting. But that's why the lighter side is pile. I say lighter side. That's why the message is for you where it's going to stabilize your career is so positive, because it's going to shift your reputation in the most amazing way. And it's going to be like that for a while, right? It's going to take a lot for you to undo the positive building of that. So what else do we have for this Little Debbie Christmas tree cake? Yeah, new projects, possibly even new love. I got a powerful woman here. That could be one of the people on the table. When we talk about that goddess of wands, that could even be you just starting this new project, this new situation. Okay. We got do you remember? A lot of yellow gold. And then I've got the old school. Okay, you got love messages coming in. You got new love. So someone's from your past, right, that liked you a while back or whatever, is going to actually make the move. It's going to be a serious, stable move, right? You're going to be able to confidently know that confidence that this person is serious by the way that they pursue you. The old school card feels a little more traditional. It feels a little more respectful. I don't normally use those words, but respectful, right? This person's going to engage you in a way where you know that they respect you as a person, as a potential lover. Okay. So, all right, let me see what we got. Tell me more. Oh, okay. Well, all of the cards are just like leaping out of this deck. It's like we don't have time to play. Take all these cards. Okay, temporary problems. You're gonna get a fiery climax regarding those temporary problems, since I naturally placed it there. And I don't want to alarm those of y'all that like, oh, I might be the one with the negative energy coming in. I don't want y'all to overreact like that, because what's that? Good news coming in. And that bull actually talks about plenty of material things. So just know that your problems are temporary, where you don't have a chaotic situation that you know you've just been avoiding. Because I got a table of hard work. If you've been doing the hard work, you know, we're going to hear where your hard work has already paid off, right? You're going to get news regarding hard work that's incoming, especially when we talk about a change of pace, change of scenery, new beginning, fresh start. It's going to be hard work, but it's not a bad thing. It talks about perseverance and overcoming problems and resolution. Okay. We got getting together with friends. So you're going to hear from some friends. Some friends may invite you to do something fun. And I mentioned that love. It's right here. We got the heart of love, deep affection, and caring. That love interest, like, it's serious. Okay. They're very, very serious. Month of April is here again. We got it in an earlier pile. And so April is a thing, whether that's something to do with the new project, the new love, children, something like that is pending. Okay. So with all this other stuff, I've got a desk. Pay attention to your work. Definitely make sure you're willing to work, because we've got a table and a desk. Okay. I've got some of you are going to get a new table, a new desk, and you're waiting for confirmation. But I've got a younger woman here. And I've got a needle and thread of a sincere wish will be granted. If this is you, a sincere wish will in fact be granted. Others of you, a sincere wish will be granted regarding some younger woman. Okay? But you just make sure you're paying attention to your work and that you're aligning with the perseverance required to get ahead. Okay? All right. What else? Tell me more about this Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. I got another month to help us out. Okay, cool. Beware of self-delusion. That's that shadow though. Like sit with it, right? Pay attention to where you're avoiding work, where you're avoiding problems, where things are not working out, where things are trending down and you're just pretending that they're not. Beware of the self-delusion, okay? But what else this? Okay. The month of August could be relevant. Could be a birthday. Could just be a time of year. Bread is here as in period of prosperity and abundance. And I have a tower of a solid foundation, success with effort. So the lighter side of this pile works hard, works really hard, works efficiently though. Where things are just in chaos and not growing, not stabilizing, not building, you're likely to be leaning on the shadow. But the lighter side, again, working really hard, understands the work that's going to be hard. Okay? The lighter side is not going to skate on by. Okay. So what else? I saw disappointment. Hidden secrets can harm you. That came out in a different pile. So something important like a new job or raise is here. But hidden secrets can harm you. And it says do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Okay. And then acts of forces working against you. I can't leave that like that. Now, why would you bring that out at the last minute? What is all of this chaotic energy? Okay. Temptation. Dark woman. Family. Unsuccessful plans. Even if things feel like they're not going your way, it's all according to plan, okay? So like the messages you come in, even if they end up being quote unquote negative, I mentioned blessings in the disguise because you need a fresh start or whatever, however it's happening, okay? Because there's a lot of energy here where there's a lot of questions of stability here, right? So there's a lot of situations that are temporary on the table. Cycles that are coming to a close. New stuff coming in that you're going to have to work hard towards, okay? But you're on the right path, right? I do see new jobs, new situations. It's just that where you fall prey to temptation, whether it's procrastination, laziness, anything like that, you're going to be unsuccessful, okay? So, we just, Lily is here, spiritual love. Yeah, they're not really worried about anything else beyond that person. Congratulations on that love that's coming in, because that's nice. I mean, it's the most stable thing on the table. So, maybe that's part of the shifting required for whatever other area of life I'm talking about. What advice do we have for this little Debbie Christmas tree cake? Actually, you got the tree in the tree reading. So trees are symbolic in some way. It could be like if you're interested on, there might be a skeleton key in alignment with you. Okay. But I mean, be resilient because it's going to lead to union. See, the biggest thing, the best thing about this pile is union. Resilience will lead to union, whether it's union with this job, union with this person. It's a heavy, heavy theme of love, actually, because I know for a fact that at least, I don't know how many trees I've got in a skeleton key reading, but I know I at least have one. And the one that I'm thinking of is actually in the reading with the heart key. So maybe those two keys can give you guidance on resilience towards whatever the union is. But don't walk away from hard work and patience, because it feels like the temptation is maybe like trying to like do shortcuts instead of doing what's consistently going to lead to stability. Like, don't prioritize a shortcut over your long-term stability. That's what's going to be an issue. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close you out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.